Mhm. Exodus 34. And he hewed 2 tables of stone like unto the first. Moses rose up early in the morning, went up unto the Mount Sinai, as the Lord had commanded him, and took in his hand the 2 tables of stone. And the Lord descended in the cloud, and stood with him there, and proclaimed the name of the Lord. And the Lord passed by before him, and proclaimed the Lord. The Lord God, merciful and gracious, long-suffering and abundant in goodness and truth, keeping mercy for thousands, forgiving iniquity and transgression and sin, and that will by no means clear the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children and upon the children's children, unto the third and to the fourth generation. Moses made haste and bowed his head toward the earth and worshipped. And he said, If now I have found grace in thy sight, O Lord, let my Lord, I pray thee, go among us, for it is a stiff-necked people, and pardon our iniquity and our sin, and take for us thine inheritance. And he said, Behold, I make a covenant before all thy people. I will do marvels such as have not been done in all the earth, nor in any nation, and all the people among which thou art shall see the work of the Lord. For it is a terrible thing that I will do with thee. Observe that thou, which I command thee this day, I will drive out before thee the Amorite, and the Canaanite, and the Canaanite, and the Hittite, and the Perizzite, the Hivite, and the Jebusite. Now, this idea of God, yes, I know that a lot of people disbelieve it, yes. But the Lord will by no means clear the guilty. Now, the Old Testament, yes. Let's say that you know of felony or treason, and you're an oath of office. And I have said, I want you prosecuted. And you have said, well, we're just not going to enforce the laws of the United States. We're not going to remove the fraudulent dissolution of marriage where I didn't get any due process. Right. You didn't have the jurisdiction of law to issue it. Yes. And I never received the dissolution of marriage that has caused my sons to be in the wrong grades for the last 8 years. Yes. And you're not going to remove the protection order because you will not enforce forgery laws. Yes. Because you won't let me sue you. Yeah. And you won't let me have you prosecuted. Now, let's say that I will no means, yeah, I will not allow for you to not be found guilty because you are guilty. Mhm. Now, for all the judges of the United States that have knowledge of misprision of felony, yes, or misprision of treason, I will have you prosecuted, and you will be found guilty of covering up felony and treason. Oh. Now, there's this idea in the Bible, yes, that you won't curse this nation. You will not, you won't do this. Okay, Judge? You will not cover up crime. You will not support the payroll. Yes. You will not have sex with beings that are not human. Yes. And you will not put a lizard in your ass. Now, as an American citizen, I have the right to have you prosecuted. And I have told you that I wanted custody of my sons. Yes. I wanted you to remove the fraud of the court. Yes. And that I wanted to use the courts of this nation and other nations. Now, you're a stiff-necked people, yes, that would rather have a plague. Right now. You'd rather have a plague than enforce the laws of the United States. Well, as a citizen, yes, I have an obligation to protect myself, yes, my family, yes. And then there's this idea of the actual citizens of the United States. Now, it seems to me, yes, that somebody, yes, just does not want to enforce the laws. Well, let's see here. Um, what's your excuse today? What's the problem? You wanted your rabies more than you wanted the law? Now,